This is the Discover Music Show, bringing you the best new sounds and interviews with the hottest new rising stars.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is
K. Malcolm
and his new tune, Never Been a Bad Man.
I remember living on the council estate as a kid, watching all the elders run the
And joining
estate,
us on the line from London is K. Malcolm. K, welcome to the studio.
How you doing?
I understand that you grew up in the Gloucester Grove estate, Peckham, and have always had a passion for music, as well as playing football semi-professionally. Has it been difficult finding the time to balance the twin passions of music and football?
It has, to be honest, because I love football. I've always played since a young age, and I love music. But sort of when you're younger, it's fun. The element is just fun. But as you get older, you have to start spending money to sort of promote yourself. So as you get older, you need to sort of make a choice. Is it going to be football or music? And I've kind of gone into music now, to be honest. So yeah, it's quite hard.
Am I right in saying that David Beckham was from Peckham or played there? No.
I think he was from Chingford, I think.
Oh, okay.
But there's a few famous players from there. There was Rio Ferdinand. He grew up around the corner from me, so I did actually play football with him, and I've seen him around locally at Burgess Park, which was one of the main parks that everyone used to go to.
And I don't know if your dad had any influence in your football playing. I know David Beckham's dad used to take him out to those practice pitches every Saturday and Sunday. Is that something that your dad did too? Or?
He was into music, really. My dad, he done sort of played jazz and stuff like that, just on an underground basis. So I kind of got influence through the music thing. And my mum also used to play sort of reggae hits, vinyls and stuff like that. So I was always getting the sort of music-based culture in the house. So more music that was kind of introduced to me from a young age.
A great heritage. And your first success was with K-Sound and have released many underground mixtapes as well as a white label track, Next Up. Have you got any plans to work more with K-Sounds in the future?
At the moment, the K-Sounds project's on hold. One of the members actually left, D-Mac, and there's only sort of 2 members left. So at the moment, I'm just concentrating on my own thing. I'm at the moment officially not with K-Sounds. I'm just doing the K Malcolm project and going to see where I can go with that. And if something happens in the future, maybe. But at the moment, it's just K Malcolm.
Well, your work continues, and you've worked indeed with members of N-Dubz, where you featured with Talusa, who requested using your track Miss My London for her YouTube-based video shoot. That must have been a great experience to hear about.
Yeah, no, that was nice. That was nice because our song was out there, and obviously when your song's out there, you don't know who's going to hear your track. And apparently she heard our song, and she requested to use it via FHM because there was an FHM shoot. She was voted the prettiest woman in the UK at the time, and she asked FHM to get hold of us. She got hold of us and requested to use that track as a sort of back-end interview. So that song was produced by Oscar Labruto, actually, and featured Erico, and my vocals on that one. So yeah, check that out, Miss My London.
That's a great endorsement. And Tiny Tempera is also someone that you've had connections with. How do you find your music has been influenced by him and others that you've been involved in?
Yeah, Tiny Tempera, actually, when I was with K Sounds, he featured on one of our songs, the actual Next Up remix. He was just kind of similar to me, actually, just trying to get out there. And now, obviously, he's had 7 number 1. So someone like him is a big influence to myself. He's a bit younger than me, but just seeing his hunger and seeing his drive, that spurs me on to want to do it. So yeah, shout out Tiny.
And you've got a great release now. Your latest release, Never Been a Bad Man, which we've heard a little of earlier. We're going to play it in its entirety very soon. It's out now on the 1st of August 2016 and was produced by Exo Remedy and recorded at Oscar Labruto's studio. Do you enjoy the process of music making in a studio?
I do enjoy it because when you're writing the lyrics at home or wherever you are on the bus or wherever, that's the skeleton of it. And when you're actually in the studio and it comes to life, that's a great feeling to hear it out the loudspeakers and put everything into it and the sounds re-edited and mixed down and stuff. That is it. It's finished article. So yeah, I do love it. That's the best process. And it's also a release just away from your everyday life. It gets rid of stress. It's the best feeling, just hearing your music finished.
And is it something that you hope to do a bit of producing more and more of in the future, or is it simply the lyric writing and the songwriting that is your forte?
I'm actually getting into producing. So when I'm actually in the studio with the producers making the beats, I'm going through what sort of sounds I want. So they're putting it down for me, and I am picking up bits and pieces. So I think producing is something I'm going to get into, and maybe DJing. But at the moment, I just want to concentrate on the lyric writing, and maybe I might co-produce something on some later mixtapes or something like that. But I'm always going to be in music, whether it's producing, DJing, writing. But at the moment, it's just strictly writing for me at the moment.
Well, you've done a great job with your latest release, Never Been a Bad Man, and we loved it here, and we're going to be listening to it right now. Can you do us a favour and introduce the song to the listeners?
Yeah, no problem. Okay, this is K Malcolm right now. You're listening to Never Been a Bad Man, produced by XO Remedy, out on the 1st of August. Go and get that.
This is the Discover Music Show, bringing you the best new sounds and interviews with the hottest new rising stars.
K Malcolm, yeah. I remember living on the council estate as a kid, watching all the elders run the estate, get all the girls, have the latest trainers. I wanted to be like them. I remember one of my neighbours saying, "You can't be like them." I said, "Why? Why not? Why can't I be like them?" He goes, "You're not a bad man. I'm not the aggressive type, so I don't front like I am. No. The day I got rushed in school, that day they made me a man. Every Tom, Dick and Harry makes music, so I know I can. They know my name in the game now, it's all part of my plan, no part of my plan. Grew up in Pecs, used to kick ball down Tech, used to see Rio when it ends. Them times I had a Clio when it ends. I wanted a Benz, so I started doing moves with my friends. Then I got one, undercover feds, I know how to spot one. When you hear that, you better run. When you hear that, you better run. Never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Don't need no major label to sell. I've never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Don't need no major label to sell. That's how I start my new bar. I'm raising the levels, I'm the new star. I want more than money and a new car. I've always had drive, you guys need Uber. You're getting lost on the road, beefing over postcodes, that's dead. I remember certain guys now who are dead. Used to be a bad man, now he's dead. I know old school bad man, but I don't dread. Give man a dap and I know my head, then I keep it moving. Bars are improving, I'm wide awake, no time to be snoozing. My team's winning, could never be losing. See me with Sam in a drop top cruising. Shoreditch, Camden, zing zing zooming. You don't know me, so why are you assuming? I've never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Don't need no major label to sell. I've never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Don't need no major label to sell. I've never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Don't need no major label to sell. I've never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Never been a bad man, just know well. Don't need no major label to sell.